One of the most debated questions in the field of leadership studies is whether leaders are developed or they emerge. Some scholars argue that leadership is a trait that is innate and cannot be taught or learned. Others contend that leadership is a skill that can be acquired and improved through education and experience. Both perspectives have some merit, but they also have some limitations. If you're new here, my name is Jennifer Mitchell-Early. I help individuals and teams achieve organizational and personal success by providing customized training, resources, tips, and tools to help you pursue purpose and accomplish your goals. If you're looking to grow and evolve personally and professionally, be sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload new content. Today, we're talking about the difference between emergent and designated or assigned leaders. Leadership involves an asymmetrical influence upon group members in the direction of collective, interdependent goals. It also means coordinating member behavior in pursuit of group goals. Leaders use resources and a repertoire of styles and behaviors for the purpose of influencing others. Leadership can be considered asymmetrical in different ways. One perspective is that asymmetry in leadership refers to the shifting and unequal interrelations between leaders, followers, and context. This concept recognizes that leadership dynamics are complex and can exercise significant power and influence over contemporary organizational and societal processes. Another interpretation of asymmetric leadership is the nature of leadership required to address the anxieties that arise within engaging with asymmetric forms of demand. This type of leadership focuses on holding the client's demands as a central focus and identifying, tolerating, and ultimately addressing the anxieties associated with these demands. It's important to note that the term asymmetric leadership can have different meanings depending on the context in which it's used. The concept of asymmetry in leadership highlights the complexity and diverse nature of leadership dynamics. Although leadership is asymmetric, i.e., influence flows more from leaders to group members than vice versa, leadership still has reciprocal properties involving exchange and negotiation between leaders and group members. One cannot lead without acceptance in some form among group members. In efficient societies and among more informal or volunteer groups in any society, leadership invokes conformity rather than compliance. Assigned leaders or designated leaders derive their authority from the positions in the company hierarchy. The titles given carry the weight with the employees and or constituents they lead, and individuals are expected to show respect for the position. Eventually, however, individuals must come to respect the person. The assigned leader must demonstrate wisdom, problem-solving skills, and the ability to motivate others in order to maintain a position of leadership and justify the designation or assignment. Leadership as a skill implies that anyone can become a leader if they receive proper training and practice. This view emphasizes the importance of learning from others, adapting to different scenarios, and developing competencies. However, this view also overlooks the role of personality, motivation, and values in influencing leadership style. It also assumes that leaders are interchangeable and do not have unique strengths or weaknesses. Leadership as a trait implies that some people are born with certain qualities that make them natural leaders, such as charisma, intelligence, or courage. This is the underpinning of emergent leadership. In emergent leadership, a group member is not appointed or elected as a leader, but rather the person steps up as a leader over time within group interactions. It also empowers team members to make decisions outside the traditional structure of a business organization. Hence, an emergent leader is someone who becomes a leader due to the way other group members respond to them. When a person is engaged in leadership, the person is a leader, whether leadership has been assigned or emerged. Great leaders often emerge due to a combination of factors, such as personal qualities. Great leaders often possess qualities such as vision, confidence, empathy, integrity, and resilience. Great leaders emerge due to circumstances. Extraordinary circumstances, such as times of crisis or change, can create a need for strong leadership. These situations often require individuals who can make tough decisions, inspire others, and navigate complex challenges. And great leaders emerge due to opportunities. Great leaders may also emerge when they are presented with opportunities to showcase their skills and make a positive impact. These opportunities can arise in various domains, including politics, business, sports, and social movements. In the Penn State University Leadership blog article, The Importance of Emergent Leadership by James E. Kelly, emergent leadership is described as occurring when others perceive someone as most influential among the group. The leader acquires the role by others supporting his or her behavior and influence. Group members perceive and accept the leader's direction as desirable and appropriate, and this acceptance is communicated among the group dynamic. If you like what you're hearing so far, make sure you hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, and tell me how you view leadership. Were you an emergent leader? Have you been assigned or appointed, or do you look to have a leadership position? Drop it in the comment section below. Okay, let's get back to it. Simply stated, an emergent leader is someone who naturally becomes a leader of the group. Emergent leaders gain status and respect through engagement with the group and its task, and are turned to by others as a resource when leadership is needed, and often play an important role when a designated leader unexpectedly leaves. This view suggests that leaders have a distinct advantage over followers and that they can influence others effortlessly. However, this view also ignores the role of context, culture, and situation in shaping leadership behavior. It also assumes that leaders are static and do not change over time. It's important to note that leadership emergence is a complex phenomenon influenced by various factors, and not all individuals with leadership potential may have the opportunity to fully develop and demonstrate their abilities. A more balanced approach to understanding leadership is to recognize that both traits and skills play a role in determining who becomes a leader and how they perform. Leaders may have some inherent characteristics that predispose them to leadership roles, but they also need to develop and refine their abilities through continuous learning and feedback. Likewise, followers may have some potential to become leaders, but they also need to seek opportunities and challenges that enhance their leadership capacity. Therefore, leaders are both developed and emerge depending on the interaction of individual factors and environmental factors. For example, designated and emergent leadership are two types of leadership that can be observed in professional sports. Designated leaders are those who are formally appointed or elected to a leadership position, such as coaches, captains, or managers. Emergent leaders are those who emerge from the group and influence others through their personal qualities, skills, or actions, such as a star player, role models, or mentors. Both types of leadership have advantages and disadvantages for the performance and cohesion of the team. Designated leaders can provide clear direction, guidance, and feedback to the team members. They can also enforce rules, resolve conflicts, and coordinate tasks. However, designated leaders may also face resistance, criticism, or distrust from the team members, especially if they lack competence, credibility, or charisma. Designated leaders may also become authoritarian, rigid, or detached from the team's needs and preferences. Emergent leaders can inspire, motivate, and empower the team members. They can also create a positive climate, foster collaboration, and facilitate communication. However, emergent leaders may also face challenges such as role ambiguity, role conflict, or role overload. Emergent leaders may also become dominant, disruptive, or divisive for the team's harmony and stability. Therefore, effective leadership in professional sports requires a balance between designated and emergent leadership. The best teams are those that have both types of leaders who complement each other and work together for the common goal. These two types of leadership can coexist in organizations as well. Designated leadership refers to the formal authority and roles assigned to individuals by the organization, such as managers, directors, or supervisors. Emergent leadership refers to the informal influence and actions of individuals who emerge as leaders in specific situations, such as team members, peers, or experts. Finding a balance between designated and emergent leadership can benefit organizations in several ways. For example, it can enhance the flexibility and adaptability of the organization to changing environments, foster a culture of innovation and creativity, and increase the engagement and motivation of employees. However, finding a balance also has some challenges, such as managing potential conflicts or tensions between designated and emergent leaders, ensuring alignment and coordination of goals and strategies, and maintaining accountability and trust among all stakeholders. Some possible strategies for finding a balance between designated and emergent leadership are encouraging communication and collaboration between designated and emergent leaders, as well as among followers to share information, feedback, and ideas. Recognizing and rewarding both designated and emergent leaders for their contributions and achievements, as well as providing them with opportunities for learning and development. Creating a shared vision and values for the organization that reflect the interests and needs of both designated and emergent leaders, as well as the mission and objectives of the organization. Establishing clear roles and expectations for both designated and emergent leaders, as well as mechanisms for monitoring and evaluating their performance and outcomes. Fostering a climate of trust and respect among all members of the organization, where designated and emergent leaders support each other and value their diversity and complementarity. Leadership is not about having only emergent leaders or those that are developed and assigned. Rather, leadership is about finding the right balance of skills and behaviors that leaders need to demonstrate to take the organization to the next level. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.